Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Daltonian95 with another Transformers Studio Series video, and today we're taking a look at the leader class Galvatron from Studio Series 86, number 31. I believe he is the last numbered 86 release, especially in this open window packaging. Some nice artwork of him there. 33 steps between robot and cannon mode. He does come with the Matrix, the two revenge guns. And then it says, Starscream holds a coronation asserting his rise to king of the Decepticons until newly reformatted Megatron, called Galvatron, disrupts the proceedings and ruins his big day. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. I mean, he did get completely vaporized, or disintegrated, either way. So yeah, let's go ahead and open Galvatron up and check him out. And here we have Galvatron out of his packaging and looking as good as he should. Although, I will say, not 100%. There are a few things I would like to see improved with this, but thankfully, Achai Studios is working on a few add-ons, a couple of which I do plan on getting fairly soon. That being a more movie-accurate head, as well as some new pieces to make the feet more, accurate to the movie design. I believe they're also working on articulated hands. Yeah, they are, because I just looked at it on the last stream that we did. So, yeah, new hands for Galvatron as well. And they're making a new cannon piece for the barrel. But I think I'll skip that and favor just the hands, head, and the new feet. But right off the bat, just stock as he is, he looks way better. I do like this more on the blue side of purple, because if we bring in the Kingdom or Legacy version, it's a lot warmer of a purple than this, and while it does still look good on Galvatron, I much prefer this more cool kind of indigo purple that he has. I mean, aside from that, paint apps are pretty much the same. He's got the same number of paint apps as the Legacy version, which is cleaned up, no battle damage. So you do have just the no outline Decepticon symbol there on his chest. You got the 4 red pieces on his abdomen. You got kind of a metallic purple here on the knees, along with some kind of gunmetal. It's like a flat gray, but it's gunmetal. Hard to describe that. Some metallic red there. Same gunmetal here. Got that gunmetal again here. Some black on the bogies of the treads. Some more of that darker gray there. Some nice red eyes. Now, as far as accessories go, he does come with everything that the other versions come with. So you got the chain and matrix. This time being all opaque plastic. Probably one of the better looking versions of the Matrix that we've seen since Earthrise Optimus. It just fits right on there. You get the 2 cannon / revenge ships, because I think they're just pretty much gang molded with Galvatron. And his particle beam cannon, which can just plug right here onto his forearm. Molded in all opaque plastic for the barrel, and molded in this kind of lighter gray. I think it's molded in that color. Yeah, and then painted over with the purple, or vice versa, molded in purple, painted over gray. Or not purple, molded in dark gray, painted over with the lighter gray. So there is that. So let's go ahead and bring in all the other Galvatrons. So again, here is Kingdom / Legacy, Gen Selects, Marvel / Toy Colors, and the version from the Behold Galvatron set. So there are the 4 releases I have. I still need to pick up Straxus, so yeah, I pretty much got all of them except for just the regular Legacy release, which I didn't feel like I needed at the time because there's really no difference. But this looks a lot better. These 2 are my favorite versions of this mold. Like, this one's really cool for that brief moment in the movie. but these two are the way to go. So if you want a toy / Marvel comic color, and then there's your 86 / movie color. So go ahead and get into articulation. It's all pretty much the same. So ball jointed head, no change. 360 at the arm, in and out. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel. Still get a waist rotation here. All the way forward, all the way back, all the way out. It's on a very tight forward and back on that swivel. Do get a thigh swivel there. A little under 90 degrees at the knee. You get slight ankle tilt. So yeah. Now if you want, you can have them, of course, using these because they are on 5mm. And particle beam cannon is blast effect compatible, although these are not the best ones to use. But get the idea. So get him into his artillery cannon mode. We'll go ahead and remove this. Just pop these apart, set them off to the side. Come down here, flip in the heels, flip the fists into the forearms. Straighten that out. Bend the arm on that, or bend the elbow on that double joint. Then just tab that into the shoulder. Bring this up and around just to cover that. There we go. Bring that up and around. Go ahead and pull these away from the torso. Undo this section here. Open this. This will collapse into there. Collapse the chest down. Okay, okay, so the head needs to go all the way back. That will plug into there. And this will come up like that. Again, it's been a minute since I've done the transformation on this, so please bear with me. Undo these, bring them up and around. Tab that in. Rotate at the thigh. Those will just plug together. Same there. Bring the legs. Okay, so I'm doing this wrong. There we go. So that needs to come down and cover up that crotch piece, I guess. And that will just fit right into there. Bring this up and around. Bring this section back on that double hinge until it tabs onto there. And then the upgrade for Galvatron will replace this as well. So just pointing that out. It's all the way up. There we go. Bring these sections forward like that. Bring this up and around, and this will just clip right into that section there. And then this skirt piece will just plug onto the front of what were little shoulder pylons, pauldrons, whatever you want to call them. There we go. Bring this section down, flip this down. I do like to have it kind of back at an angle. I'll just plug this right into the end, right there. And then this will just plug right onto the back. So there we have Galvatron in his futuristic artillery cannon mode. There we go, make sure everything's touching down. Now, as far as these little revenge ships go, you can plug them onto the front here. I can find that sweet spot. There we go. There's that one. You can take this, just plug it in right there. And there we have Galvatron in his fully armed mode, although I just prefer it without these attached. Great, now that's really stuck in there. All right, so got it removed, and yeah, still really love this artillery mode, although there we go, that's a lot better. I know there's the DNA kit, but I think that adds just too much. I think all that's really needed to fix him is the new head, the new back spire, feet to make him just a little bit taller, and articulated hands. That's really all I think he needed to improve, especially seeing how he compares in some of the pictures that were put out by Laserwave on TFW of him compared to 86 Megatron. He's just a little bit too short, but I think those new feet from Achai Studios will help that enough, I think. So let's go ahead and get him compared to the other versions of himself. Here is Kingdom / Legacy. Here is the Marvel version, or Toy Deco, however you prefer to refer to it as. And here it, well, get that out of the way so you can see how those look right there. Again, this is still probably the second best one out of all these. And here is the Behold Galvatron version. So again, this one's pretty cool. Again, just as more of a nod to that scene out of the 86 movie. But yeah, out of all of them, this is still the best looking one. I love the shade of purple, the shading and the grays for, I guess, both of them works excellent. And I do like the opaque plastic on the cannon as opposed to the translucent. I can still kind of roll on those caster wheels. I mean, not really meant to roll far. These treads are more for like just adjustments, I believe. And if you want, you can give him the G1 Toy Blaster mode. Although, it just looks better in cannon mode. Again, you can bring this back and kind of angle the arms and treads to the degree of which you want him pointing the barrel, which I think right there is perfectly serviceable. Gives that nice angle to the whole body of the cannon. So let's go ahead and get him into robot mode. Just remove this, plug it back onto there. Bring this down, that back up, fold those in, bring the whole section to there. Untab these, untab the hip skirts from the front. Bring that all the way up. Untab this section from here. Bring the robot legs down. Bring the section up. Want these out of the way while we bring this around like this. Bring this whole section up. Open this. And that will allow you to fold out the head. Go close that back up to where it'll fit right under that collar piece. Then this will just plug into what was the barrel of the cannon mode, or where the barrel plugged into. There we go. There's that. Bring that up first. There we go. Then just raise it up here. Get that out of the way. Put down. Fold these back. And this will just plug right into the torso, because there's a tab here, slot there. And just fold these sections to where they're flush. There we go. Bring these sections back on that double hinge, and they will tab right into the back of the shoulders. From here, untab, fold up the fist, bring that down, it's up. Yes, I realize it detached from the torso. Bring out the arm, flip out the fist, bring that down, untab the legs, rotate at the thigh, bring these sections around. Then we'll just tab into the back of the legs, just like that. So on that side, tab that back in, flip the heels back out. Then we'll just reattach his particle beam cannon. And there is Galvatron back in robot mode. So one last comparison. We'll go ahead and bring in 86 Optimus. And yeah, you can see pretty good height between the two. And he's still just a hair taller, or right at the same height. Although with that upgrade set, it will just bring him pretty much to there, I think. So just right above Prime's eye level, which is perfect, in my opinion. So that being said, let's go ahead and get, oh, wrong one, him out of there, and get on to final thoughts. So when it comes to Studio Series 86 Galvatron, this is a great looking figure. Absolutely. I mean, it's the same as the Kingdom Legacy version, just in a much better color scheme, and I think that was the plan for these guys from the get-go. They were very much already movie aligned as far as their designs go, just some little tweaks here and there with paint, and you know, if they were to do it properly with this Galvatron, I think newly molded feet and a new head would have been that extra mile that they could have taken. So kind of expect to see that with, you know, the Studio Series Cyclonus that we've seen the listing for. More accurate colors, hopefully plastic that doesn't yellow, because even mine has started to yellow on the thighs and hips. But yeah, I think with just a couple of upgrades from Achai Studios, I think this character can go the extra mile that it needs to fit perfectly in my Studio Series 86 collection. And as far as the color scheme goes, yeah, it's still way better than the Kingdom version. The cooler blue / indigo shade of purple is exactly what I was looking for. And yeah, like I said, him and the comic / toy color Galvatron are the best of the two. I still need to pick up Straxus, but yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out the links down below, and be sure to check out my bi-weekly streams. We're calling it Axelon News. It's the name we've got going for it right now. I'm trying to talk to folks from Stasis, seeing about bringing that back in some form or another. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out my Studio Series playlist and my Age of the Primes playlist. See you guys next time. So long. Take care.